Welcome back to another video on Influential Sports, and we have a very important topic to talk about. So I got Black Couch Booking here with me. How you doing?
Yep, doing good, doing good. You too, what's going on, man? Black House Booking, you already know we about to talk about something real important. Hope y'all ready.
So the Night of Champions pay-per-view will have 5 matches, which I'm starting to hate the 5 match card, and 3 of these matches are championship matches. The pay-per-view called Night of Champions. Only 3 championships will be defended, and even the week for the Night of Champions week on the Raw before and the SmackDown before, not even every championship will be defended. So that brings me to the question, what's the purpose of Night of Champions if not every title is going to be defended? Or if not every title can be defended throughout the week leading up to it?
Facts. I remember back in the day, every title was being defended or the main champions going against each other. I think it was Booker T, John Cena, and whoever had the ECW belt. If that wasn't Night of Champions, it was Clash, whatever the case may be, it's basically the same thing. You feel me? So we need to get back to that formula, bro. Like having you all these belts now, bro. Even if they don't gotta be long matches, I understand y'all do the 5 match formula. Y'all could have did the I think y'all they should have did the finals for King and Queen of the Ring, one on SmackDown, one on Raw, boost ratings, and then they're gonna have a SummerSlam match. I don't think that should be on the same card as Night of Champions. It's Night of Champions, not Night of number one contender.
Exactly. It's a number one contenders match. They win a crown, and those are the 2 biggest matches. Well, that's what they want to advertise as the 2 biggest matches, which you could put that on the Raw and SmackDown and make it bigger. And you have WWE has 11 championships. Only 7 are being defended that week, and the champions who are not defended. Now I'm gonna count out Liv and Raquel since Liv got injured. Prayers out to Liv. So that leaves us at 3 titles. You have the New Day, who just do backstage segments. You have Io Sky, who's one of the best wrestlers in the world, and they have nothing for it. And you have Gunther versus Goldberg. You announced at an event that's taking place 2 or 3 weeks after the event you have coming up.
Yeah, that's dumb, bro. You're gonna have Gunther versus Goldberg at Saturday the main event, bro. I don't care if it's his hometown, bro. That should have happened at Night of Champions, bro. That's a way bigger deal than Saturday night main event. Let's be completely honest. Let's be completely honest. None of us expect Goldberg to win. Not just because it wouldn't make sense booking wise, but it doesn't make sense because no title has changed hands at Saturday night main event except for one time in the history of something that's been around for decades. So if they use this to do that, that makes no sense. You should just have Goldberg versus Gunther at Night of Champions. And if you do have Goldberg win, it'll be a bigger deal at Night of Champions. Like that's way more headlines than um he wins at Saturday Night Main Event, a show that some people might not watch because they might be too tired after watching a real pay per view and All In. To be honest,
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't get the logic behind not having that match at the pay-per-view because it's in Saudi, so you're gonna make money off of that. So who cares if it's in Goldberg's hometown? It doesn't do nothing.
and that's a bigger bag for Goldberg. That Saudi bag is a bigger bag than doing Saturday Night Main Event. So I mean, I don't know if they pitched it to him. He pitched it. He won his last match at Atlanta, Georgia, bro. Listen, bro, get the bag, bro. You could get the Saudi bag. You know what I'm saying? What matches we got? We got CM Punk versus Cena.
So we have CM Punk versus John Cena, AJ Styles versus Dominic, and Jacob Fatu versus Solo.
Two mid card, two mid card title. If anything, you're gonna do night champions. You should have just did the two main men's championships, two main women's championships. Because when did Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax have their match on SmackDown?
The SmackDown before. It's 3 championship matches to SmackDown before. Tiffany Stratton versus Nia Jackson, the last woman standing. The Y6 versus the Street Profits, and Selena Vega versus Julia.
This is ridiculous, bro. That last woman standing at Night of Champion. Come on, bro. That could open the show. That could open, bro. They tripping, bro. I don't get that, bro. We need to do the swap that with the women's queen of the ring. Wait, who's in it? Oscar versus Jade.
Whoever wins Jade versus Oscar on Monday.
Mm.
I mean Jade versus Roxanne. Whoever wins that.
So pretty much, Jade versus Oscar, maybe, possibly. Jade, we could have had Jade versus Oscar on either SmackDown or Raw. Then we could have Randy Orton versus Jay or Cody on SmackDown versus, or you know what I'm saying? Like that would have been way better.
Yeah, and then you have Bailey getting her championship match the Monday before Night of Champions, which Becky already said she didn't want to put the title up. So how does you could have at least made it a non-title match? It would have been more unpredictable. But I don't see Becky Lynch losing on a regular Raw.
You got Bailey versus Becky, not at Evolution, not at Night of Champions, just on Raw on Netflix. That is, bro. That is nasty, bro. That's a generational match. No, they don't matter the title, bro. Bailey versus Becky is always a high profile match, bro. That needs to be on the PLE for sure, bro.
So it's only 7 championships being defended. That's just the week of Night of Champions, not even the pay-per-view, but the week of it. Only 7 championships out of their 11 are being defended.
And we don't know when the New Day going to defend their belts. We don't know if it's going to be at the next week. Are they going to put New Day on SummerSlam? Maybe they put them on WrestleMania. Maybe they'll get the SummerSlam match. But even the Profits versus Wyatt, the Wyatts will be a good match to be on Night of Champions for real. And make it a stipulation, make it a street fight, don't make it a ladder match, make it a street fight, something that caters to the Wyatt Six. You know what I'm saying? It could be something spooky or something like I don't know what's going on, bro. Like they really tripping for real, bro. Like this and I feel like Night of Champions when they announced it felt hella random when they announced it as well. Like I'm like, okay, Night of Champions, that's a spot to put it in, I guess. But it's like the build up, bro. That it don't feel like Night of Champions. Like you could have put any. You should have just. It really is Crown Jewel. If you really think about it, I'm just saying it's Crown Jewel essentially. That's really what it is. But they just put a Night of Champions skin on it so they can have Crown Jewel somewhere else.
I don't get why they rushed Jacob Fatu on Solo. That's why I wasn't rocking with the turn when it happened. Because what's the point of rushing it when you could just save it for SummerSlam? It's no need for it to be multiple matches. Just do one match and get it over with.
That's definitely a SummerSlam match. They'll probably do whoever win out Jacob and Solo. They'll probably do whoever wins that versus Damian Priest on some bullshit. To be honest, that's probably what they're gonna do. So Damian Priest can have a match at SummerSlam, which okay, he's a high profile guy, but the Jacob versus Solo story is supposed to be significant. It's essentially the last Bloodline story we're gonna get. Knock on wood, hopefully. So to end off the Bloodline saga with that at Night of Champions and at SummerSlam, that diminishes what it is. And SummerSlam 2 nights, so we better not get a rematch at SummerSlam.
Yeah, that wouldn't make sense. But how many championships do you think are changing hands next week?
Becky gonna retain. Lyra might just go unhinged and either ruin the match or Becky gonna win off a roll up or something ridiculous like she beat Lyra. I think it's Zelina Vega gonna retain. I can see the Y6 beating the Street Profits, so that's one. I think John Cena, CM Punk is the most unpredictable because I do see a cash in as a possibility. So I'll say that title changes hands. So I'll say 2 out of the 7.
Yeah, I could see. I think AJ Styles might win against Dominic because they'll need to put Dominic in another story that doesn't revolve around the title. So I'd rather just see AJ win it than you do AJ and Finn at SummerSlam.
Mm.
Yeah,
And then maybe Dominic probably cost Finn low key.
he could. And they could do Finn versus Dom non-title. But who knows what they're gonna put on the SummerSlam pay-per-view with the way things going.
Right. And it's already about to be July. We don't know what's going to happen. But, I mean, I guess that's a good thing. But maybe we'll see Naomi cash in this week at the last woman standing match. We'll see. Without interruption, hopefully.
Yeah. But I think there was no need to bring it back. I don't think they had Night of Champions last year. I just wouldn't bring it back because it defeats the whole purpose of Night of Champions when 2 matches aren't even 4 championships.
Facts. They definitely they could have inserted anything there, bro. They want to give Saudi something different than Crown Jewel. They don't want to do the Crown Jewel belts and all that. Understandable, but y'all could have. I would have blamed. And we bring it back. No Way Out. I would have brought back anything. They could have got anything, and the crowd gonna go crazy regardless. So I just don't think it's a good idea. I'm gonna watch it for sure, but I'm probably more interested in the King Queen of Ring matches than the championship matches at this point, to be honest.
Yeah. But with that being said, we're gonna head out. Make sure y'all leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment and share for others to see.
Yes, sir. Make sure y'all subscribe, man. Peace out.